Again, imagine. But luckily, like we have a guy that just like converts from UK and from USA, so we don't have to like get all the extra payments like for shipment and stuff. Very early. Very, very early.
We are live here from Prague again for the day of the European Box Lacrosse Men's Championship Series. Again in Prague, I'm Luke Lee, here with my partner, Andra Jižní. And Andra, we obviously have a big matchup between Norway and Scotland, two newer nations to the sport. And, well, what do you have today that you think is going to come into play for both of these teams?
Yeah, especially Scotland is going to look to bounce back from a big loss against Italy. But both of those nations have proved that they're willing to fight for the result. They're willing to fight for their respective teams. We should expect a very good game, Luke.
No doubt about it. As Vegard Jinsu Holsbo who's on the face-off line for Scotland, I believe.
It's Colin Weir.
There we go. Couldn't see the other side. It's always a tough one. We're waiting for the first opening quarter between these two nations. And I talked to their coaching staffs, both of them, before pregame, and the number one thing that both of these coaches said is we want to come out here, play our own game, make the little do the little things right, make sure you create high IQ shots, get the goalie moving in and out of their spots, and not try to force shots and just play their game. So we'll see what ultimately will end up transpiring between these two teams. As take a look at the goalie for Scotland, Alan McLucas. Take a look at both of these rosters. Potentially might have gotten a little bit early, but oh well.
Yeah, so as we said, Scotland is going to look to bounce back from the loss against Italy, 21-5.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that was one of those games where, you know, for a quarter or so, it looked like things were going to be competitive. And ultimately, just the winds kind of got knocked out of Scotland's sails. You can hear the atmosphere we have early in the morning. As I also talked to when I talked to the coach of Scotland, he said basically, hey, if it was an 18-15 game, maybe there's something we have to take away from that. Maybe there's a lesson we can learn. But he said, hey, we're just not there. But they're just happy to be where they are. They wanted to make it out of group play, and they're exactly where they want to be. And the opening face-off underway in Prague, and misdirection and knocked out, ultimately now picked up by Norway. Fast break opportunity. Shot is too high. Going top shelf, and the ricochet picked up by Scotland as here they come. This is Milne. Jonathan Milne near side. Wait for the rest of his offense to sub on. So not going to get it around is Scotland. Looking around, looking to shoot is Fletcher. And Fletcher lets it go. Now again picked up by Scotland on the second chance opportunity. Jonathan Milne. And Scotland already has the lead here in Prague.
But that's like the momentarily confusion after the initial shot by Fletcher. Nice leg save by Martinsen, but Jonathan Milne went behind. I'd say sleeping Norwich defense and finishes in behind the Norwegian netminder. Now loose ball picked up again by Blalit.
That's the trail check. That was a heck of a trail check to knock that one out. And like you said, the slide for the Norway defense on that ricochet ultimately not coming nearly enough in time. But the thing is that obviously Martinsen goes in there, makes a nice shot or a nice deflection on the shot, and ultimately it's one the defense expects to pick up, not able to do so. So working their way outside again. This is Otnes. Tries to hit his shooter Vu. He's on the move. But ultimately, again, his shot goes too high, bouncing off the walls, and here comes the Scotland offense. This is Thomas Moffat, near side. Moffat looking inside, it's in! Scotland, 2 quick goals, and already putting on the pain. This is Seamus Bankier. And took definitely a little bit of punishment at the end of that shot, but ultimately, already Scotland up by 2.
Yeah, but again, that proves that Scotland always comes out of the gates firing, and Seamus Bankier again behind the whole Norwegian defense. And Martinsen let the doors open on the far post, and we're going into somewhat a thriller for Scotland as they now lead with the 2-0 lead. Ball fired up into Norwegian crowd, which seems to be big for the team in white and blue.
Now working their way inside. This is again Seamus Bankier. He's got 2 to start. And Scotland got themselves a field goal to start this game out 3-0. And again, the slide coming way too late for Norway, and Scotland just working their way down, and another goal.
Yeah, but the 91 is now shining brighter and brighter yet again.
That quite a great start for the Scotland offense. As for Norway, just 2 shots, neither on net. And again, another face-off win for Scotland. The navy blue with the white compared to the more royal blue and red and white of Norway. On near side again, this is Bankier. Works his way behind the net. Now far side again. Continue to move it around. That's Gilbrook. Back to Bankier, now to Moffitt. And Thomas Moffitt makes it 4-0 for Scotland.
And now everything is falling for Scotland. Thomas Moffitt proves that he's one of the leading scorers, not only for Scotland, but also in the tournament. And a quick reminder for you guys, just continuing in the bracket, the winner of this game will go into the 9th place bracket semifinal against Netherlands, who have lost their playing game.
Bankier makes a move. But ultimately going to go back to Norway. So potentially might be one of the first real offensive opportunities for Norway to start this one out. This is Blauin. Cuts his way near side. It's nearly taken in. But ultimately, McLuke is able to reject it. So on the clear, here comes Scotland. One of the things they talked about pre-game was being able to move on transition. As for Norway, they really wanted to try to limit Scotland's damage on that end while also being able to maximize it on their own. So again, some nice pick set for Fletcher. Took the shot. Ricocheting off the walls. Now, again picked up by Milne, but they're going to lose it. And shot clock violation by Norway to take over.
But now an important thing for, especially for the Norwegian defense, but most importantly for Martinsen, is making that another save after the fourth shot and 4 straight goals.
No doubt about it. Absolutely huge just to get off the field.
Oh.
Halverson getting absolutely, I don't even know what the word to say it was. Halverson somehow getting the ball off. Had he made that in, might have been a contender for one of the best goals of the tournament, but ultimately going to be an early first quarter power play for Norway, and obviously a big one for them.
And look in the center, the hordes are coming for Norway.
Definitely have a bit of a crowd here. So we'll see what Norway can do on their first power plays. Halverson not able to hang on to it, drops it, but is still going to get it around. Pass goes too far for Vu. And Otnes just barely able to keep it inside of the yellow line now.
Oh, I don't like that call.
Iffy. So a short-handed offensive possession for Scotland. This is Lewis. Work his way near side. We'll just try to see if they try to kill as much time as possible. If they try to set something up. This is Moffitt. Again, near side. Moffitt just going to hang on to it now. Facing some pressure from Norway. Going to work his way far side. Again, looking for a cutter. This is Gilbrook. Gilbrook behind the net. Again, Lewis in front of the net. And picked up on the ricochet by Gilman, but he loses it. Shot clock violation will give Norway the ball back. So about 1:10 on the power play for Norway.
But we have to say one of the hidden talents of this Norwegian roster is blocking shots. They have blocked several shots in the last like 2 or 3 games. I was calling one of the games lately, and they were stomping every other shot that was going on Martins. And now big shot from Halvorsen.
And Vu in front of the net. Nick Lucas stonewalls him. And as you were saying, I mean, a great thing this Norway defense has done, as you were saying, is getting their sticks up in the passing lanes. Now the slide's a little bit different, but in terms of that regard, obviously a pretty big thing. Is again McGowan going to rob Norway of another shot. Is somehow staying on his feet is Weir. Colin Weir finally loses it. And with about 10 seconds left on the power play.
I don't know about that call. That was pretty similar on what I think that's the captain for Scotland.
I don't know.
Hill was going in the penalty box. So Norway again with the ball. Big toe save by McLucas.
So a power play kill for Scotland. We go back to 5-on-5. This is Halvorsen from up top on the step down. Torbjørn CM Halvorsen. And he's got the first for Norway on the step down shot. And what a shot it was for Halvorsen. A great job of Norway getting the ball around, creating enough space. You can see Halvorsen up top, far side all alone. And
yeah, they were so far on the boards that they've pulled their defenders from the center of the floor and in front of McLucas. And Halvorsen had pretty much the easiest of jobs. Now, one of the players is lying on the boards. The referees are now waving time off.
So we will.
I'm not sure who it was.
Yeah, number is not listed on the roster that we. Oh no, actually, it is Holsbo. The face-offs for Norway was able to get off the floor with some help. It's always a great sign when they're able to not need too much assistance, able to get off the field. So it's always a positive sign. This is Bankier, already looking for a hat trick in the first quarter. Now on the move, this is Gilbrook, works his way back, and Martinson just on top of it. Shot was taken by Fletcher.
Zane Fletcher is so good in like deceptive shots and not getting like that much of a wind-up.
Wow, it almost took the fast break into the net. Still has it. Gets rid of it to Vu. Works it near side. Now cutter to Halvorsen again. Picked up by Otnes on the second chance opportunity. He swarmed. Now behind the net. Otnes still moving around. Needs to get rid of it. Tries to wrap around on the dunk. But nothing doing. Again, tough defense from Scotland. Spokane. Out to Gilbrook. Scotland getting it around. This is Bacall. Now back up top to Lewis to Milne. Milne cutting inside. It's too high for Daniel Milson. So Milne again looking far side, bouncing off the stick of Samuel Lewis. Now behind the net. This is picked up by Ralstad. So it would have been a shot clock violation for Scotland regardless. This is Halvorsen. Halvorsen going to look near side to Vu. Vu going to work his way, trying to create the isolation. Vu going to roll back. Tries to look for the pick. Doesn't have it. Kind of just sweeps it off the boards and picked up by Halvorsen on the second chance. Halvorsen looking around. Now back up top. And the shot on the step down by Hilmas. Ultimately, again, nothing doing for Norway. Halvorsen now has it. The shot clock will reset to essentially a brand new possession for this Norway offense. This is Halvorsen out to Hilmas. Hilmas looks for the pick. Now far outside to Otnes. And pass goes too high for Hilmas. So again, Scotland will take over, and that'll be our one and only media timeout / water break here in the first quarter. We'll be back here in just a moment for more first quarter action. Back in Prague, 6:56 left to go in the first quarter. Moffitt has it near side. Moffitt going to work way down. Cutter! And just deflected away from Martinson. Moffitt will pick it up. Now near our far side behind the net again. Scotland trying to set up the cut again. And picked up by Bankier looking for three. Up top to Moffitt! And again, deflected away by Norway.
But now the Vikings are coming forward for Norway in the stands. Crowd comes alive and are firing Norway into yet another offense.
Delayed penalty for Scotland. Halverson on the step down shots. It's going to go on Scotland, probably a push, I'd assume. And they will send somebody to the box. So it'll be the second power play opportunity for Norway. So a check, a legal body check on Thomas Moffitt.
And Thomas Moffitt, very prolific goal scorer for the Scottish team, but also one of the guys that loses his temper easily and just gives out those 2 penalties and gives a second power play, as you said, for Norway in this game.
So Otnes on the step down again. Shot gonna ricochet back into Norwegian territory. So about 7 seconds left for them to work with. This is Otnes again. And Alan McLucas standing tall.
Both McLucas and Martinson are the goalkeepers that are able to play a game with 35 or 40 saves, but also, as you could see the example, 4 straight shots of Martinson went through. So Martinson will be looking definitely to bounce back. McLucas also is available to do that.
No doubt about it. So the shorthanded offensive possession for Scotland doesn't really go anywhere, but they do take 30 seconds off the clock, so about a minute for Norway to work with on their second power play possession. And on the previous power play kill, that's exactly what Scotland did. They went right down, possessed the ball for about half of the time, and ultimately weren't forcing shots, just trying to hold on to the possession. Now Halverson back to Otnes, back to Halverson, back to Otnes. Otnes playing catch, and Halverson's got it again, but ultimately tries to go low towards the 5-hole, gonna deflect up into the glass. Halverson, another step down. And again, ball going to go into the Norway bench. So 30 seconds left, 33 if you want to be totally exact, for Norway on the power play. Scotland can kill the rest of this almost off. So Gilbrook, far side, top side, now working underneath. That's Fletcher. Fletcher facing heavy pressure. This is Bankier. Bankier on the one-on-one. On the move, flipping it out to Shaw. Going down low. And Norway trying to transition. Rolstad going to lose it, but Blalid will get on top.
But that was a good solo effort from Fletcher, just pulling. Oh no, it wasn't Fletcher, it was Bankier, if I'm not mistaken. He pulled pretty much the whole Norwegian defense on him, and then he just flips it to Shaw, who barely doesn't make it over the goal line of Martinsen.
So the power play is killed 0 for 2 on Norway. Moffitt got it to Hill, who couldn't quite hang on to it. And back to your previous point, what you were saying, Andra, is when you have an offensive player like Seamus Bankier, who can come out the gate like that, obviously as a prolific scorer, like you said, he's going to create that kind of attention from a defense, which in turn is going to open up shooting opportunities for the rest of your offense. I mean, you hear the quote all the time, good players elevate the guys around them. And again, going towards the 5-hole. Down low, it's Glimsdown. Nothing going again. McLucas, he's been so good. This is Bankier looking left. Makes a move on Ormsted, and Bankier. Shot was ultimately saved as here comes Hoyt Boog. Let's get rid of it to Hilmas. Hilmas surveying. Now quickly. It's Glimsdale. Now Vu moving around and don't know what he was looking for there. Ultimately loses it again. But Halverson had it for a second again and fighting for the ground ball. And a crossover into Norwegian territory. And again, their offensive possession for Scotland.
But in the previous position for Scotland, we could have seen that they're always trying for the fast transition goals because they have fast players in transition such as Gilbrook, who is now on the ball, Seamus Bankier, Moffitt, Fletcher.
And the step down picked up on the rebound by Jack Crawley. Now back to Crawley, far side. Didn't mean to interrupt you there, but this is Gilbrook. Gets a pick. Defender losing his stick. And Martinsen standing tall again. Back up top to Gilbrook. Passes it down and below to Milne. And in front of the net is Moffitt. For the shot clock does run out. And again, this is Blalid.
And again, a big save for the number 68 in cage for Norway because just bouncing back from the scoreline of 4 goals, scored from 4 shots.
So Michael Sand to Halverson, looking for Michael Sand again. Now, this is Varpy. Varpy's got it. Now cross body to Halverson, looking for his second. And McLucas standing tall again. He's been a stone wall all day. Now fast break to counter. And what a save for Martinsen. You can see Varpy ultimately deciding not to switch over and trusting Martinsen in the one-on-one purely. This is Anderson. Here the pressure from the fans is working their way on the cut. Deflected away from Hilmas. So again, another fast break for Scotland. They love this. Got 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. About 2 seconds difference between the game clock and the shot clock. It's a pick. Getting put on his back, and Moffitt took the shot down low, and again, nothing going.
That was a good shoulder.
So it's going to be a penalty with 8 seconds left. Going to be the first power play opportunity for Scotland. So that'll be Holsbo's going to go to the box. So 8 seconds to go in this first quarter. And then the penalty will carry on into the second.
And we've said his name very much in this first quarter, in a good way or a bad way.
Well, as they say, all attention is good attention. Though I don't know if everyone would agree to that, but some people do in fact say that. So 8 seconds
if you're a person who is just looking for all the attention in the world, then it's a good thing. But
Oh, it's going to be a major. It's going to be a 4-minute major.
oh wow.
Massive.
Oh wait, because we had the initial slashing, and then we had also I think it was a push on the boards call, like an illegal body check. So we got a double penalty against Hosba.
Well, that makes sense. Anyways, though, 4-1 in favor of Scotland over Norway. And we will have more action here from Prague in just a moment for the second quarter. Scotland and Norway. It's 4-1 in favor of Scotland. Opening second quarter face-off. Currently, if you are just joining us here, it's Luke Lee, Andra Gislaw. A little bit of a tongue twister for us Americans.
I know him for an hour, and I already love him, guys.
Exactly. We got some good feelings up here in the penalty, in the
Best
broadcast.
commentary crew in all of Europe and all of the world.
That's funny. So fast break for Scotland, going to be slowed down deliberately. Oh, and losing it.
Quick check.
So 3.5 minutes left, though, on the major for Norway. So they're going to be shorthanded for a little bit to start this quarter out until about the 11-minute mark. Michelson. He'll work his way down near side. And a number of opportunities for this Norway offense early, but not a whole lot doing beside the Halverson goal. See how much they want to do here, if they just want to try to burn the clock on the penalty as much as they can. We'll see. Michelson to Otnes, back to Halverson. Halverson looking around, facing the double. Halverson trying to cut back towards the crease, going to step over it, just able to. So the shot clock will expire, and Scotland will take over.
Just not risking anything. Halverson pulled it for the whole 30 seconds and just placed it behind McLucas. Scotland will have the longest pass to the other side.
Trusting their defense as, again, some openings here. A step down for Moffitt and nearly picked up on the rebound by Scotland. They're able to, on this play, behind the back. Going far side, or near side to far side, and it's in! Seamus Bankier. He's got a hat trick.
And again, splits the double and another deceptive shot by him. Just a sweeper from the higher force to the lower force.
And again, just the ball movement from Scotland. And the number one thing they preached was, hey, we don't want to force shots going into this one. If we're forcing shots, you're not playing lacrosse the right way. You want to go in there. This is directly a quote from their coaches. A nice move, and it's in! Zane Fletcher off transition, making some moves, and he's got some words for the sideline. It's 6-1 Scotland.
But all it took, it was that little hitch fake against Martinson and one of the defenders who was staying in front of him. And Martinson moved all the way to the other side. And Zane Fletcher had the easiest of jobs. 6-1 to Scotland.
You could see at the end of that replay, he completely opened up Martinson's legs and got him out of his spot. But talking with both teams with pregame, but Scotland in particular, they were talking about, like I said, not forcing the shots and making sure that forcing Norway into making mistakes. And the big thing is just forcing the other team to make the first one. And they've done that so far as the shot goes down low, and Norway will take over. So the power play is over for Scotland because of the goal. And now Norway in a big spot, down by 5 goals. It's a make or break moment for them in this game early on. Getting it around, this is Otnes. He loses it for a second. Otnes looking around, down underneath to Halverson, who might have gotten away with a ward there. Halverson creating the shot opportunity for himself, fighting for the ball, but picked up or scooped up by Milson. Creating another fast break for Scotland, and Michelson able to get on top of it. Losing the ball. Now picked up by Madsen. This is Blauid. Blauid got a survey.
I'm so mad about that call.
This is Vu. Vu surveying. Backed up top to Halverson to Otnes near side.
Oh. Big block by Weir.
Again, getting the stick up into the passing lanes and taking away the shot opportunities for Norway.
Yeah, but if the production crew could get us the last stint of Milson that happened before the penalty initiated, but I think it was below the belt of going to the penalty box. But again, as I said many times throughout the tournament, that's not my job to judge that. We've got ice-striped friends to do that.
Is Otnes on the sweeper, and too far from Milne on the clear. I believe it was Tino Farrow who asked me the question, would you rather, as a transition player, have the ball be put in front of you so you can catch it on the run, or try to hit you completely in stride? And, well, that's the risk with that long ball on the clear versus just trying to drop it in and letting the transition do all the work, as this time able to be put it completely on target to Koinoit. So about a minute left on the power play for Norway, and again, already 0 for 2. A lot of that's because Scotland's been able to possess the ball shorthanded. Now a fast break opportunity for Norway, but some great defense from, oh, never mind. It's in. Ricard Blauid. Look for a second solid defense.
We got a little gritty from number 32. And Shikov, his defender, Scotland, turned down a little bit. And Blauid finds the 5-hole of McLucas, and the Norwegian crowd gets juiced up. We're getting a reface between Koratsalis, McGuire, and Holsba. So
1 for 3 on the power play now for Norway, as Great move from Blalid. It was way overcommitted, and ultimately all it took was a little bit of a spin move and some momentum carried the other way. 4-shot opportunity, and another goal is Fletcher on the cut. But Martinson able to get on top of it.
But those are the worst shots in the game of lacrosse you can get.
Stu fighting through pressure, and it rolls in! Hao Nian Vu knocks it through for Norway, and back-to-back goals makes it within 3.
And he's juiced up, and the Norwegian crowd can now feel it with the full effect. Vu with this expressive celebration as he's supposed to trickles it just over the goal line and through the 5-hole of McLucas. And we got again our cleaning crew led by Tamika now clearing the follow-up for our face-off specialists. All smiles on that big fella.
And yeah, I mean, that was a heck of a goal by Vu, fighting through multiple defenders to bring that shot opportunity, and then admittedly a little bit lucky on the ball trickling into the net. But regardless, the thing they say is, hey, if you do all the little things right, when the luck does come your way, it doesn't feel like luck.
Every goals count.
Every goal counts. Absolutely. Spanky here. His way near side. Up top. Looking around. Surveying is Gilbrook on the move. And shot going a little bit wide. Now an opportunity for Blalid. And ultimately waved dead before Norway could set up the fast break. But regardless, another offensive opportunity for the Norway offense. This is Michelson. Work his way near side to Otnes. As Norway will again look to create an opportunity. Otnes, too far. This is the Michelson, and McLucas getting a handout. Ball going into the net. But Norway will retain possession and a reset shot clock. This is Otnes. He's climbing the ladder, setting up the shot. That was Anderson. And Otnes will again possess, very close to our second quarter media timeout. Otnes looking for some space, and McGowan rejects it again. This is Galbraith. Galbraith down the floor. It's taken away and rejected by Norway. It's ball down low for Sand, and
Norway have 7 players on the floor.
Yep, too many players on the floor for Norway. That'll be So Tavares. So 2 more minutes for Scotland. They'll have their second power play opportunity of the game. So working it around to 5-on-4 for less than 2 minutes. Now back outside, far side shot from Moffitt. It's working their way behind the back was Fletcher. As shot clock winding down, Fletcher another shot. And nothing doing but a reset shot clock for Scotland. Far side, back to the near side, underneath. To Fletcher up top. Now again, it's in! Thomas Moffitt on the power play goal. That's 7 for Scotland in the first half.
And again, another piece of work by the Elite 5 in the power play for Scotland. And Thomas Moffitt proves out that he can snipe those corners and fires Scotland into 4th goal lead.
Olsbo just giving too much room for Moffitt on the previous shot, and eventually they're going to sink those every time. It's in! Jonathan Milne on the fast break. And again, Scotland going to take it in. Defense just completely forgot about him, and then too high of a check from Hoyt Boog.
But just disgusting hands by Milne.
That's
we have not seen that much action from number 9 in blue right now, going into the game with just 3 points, and he notches 2 of them already.
This is Vu, and in between the legs is McLucas. Their fast break opportunities is Buchanan. Surveying. Dropping it off to Gilbrook. Gilbrook near side. Gets the pick. It's Gilbrook on the move. Now again, it's down low. And a fight for the ball on the loose ball. And it'll go back to Norway. And that'll take us to our immediate timeout here in the second quarter. We'll be back for some more second quarter action in just a moment. So 6:40 to go in the second quarter. This is Halverson. Now, far side. On the move is Glimsdale. Still has it. Spins back. Glimsdale trying to set up the cut, reversing around now. Rebounded by Otnes. Otnes tries to feed it low, and Weir will pick it off the ricochet and makes a move on Halverson. Scotland on the move again. This is Milne. A nasty check from behind. A skip pass to Gilbrook. Gilbrook moving around is outside the Milne far side. Ball goes way too low on the pass. Unable to corral it with Shaw, and here comes the Norway offense again. This is Sand on the play. He'll pass it out wide as Blalid going to get out to Vu. Vu looking around, waiting for the rest of the offense to travel onto the floor. Vu going to make his way and looking around for Otnes. Otnes back over to Varpy, and it's in! Halverson, he's got his second. And Norway, again, bringing it back within 4.
Bank shot by number 55 and White. And another goal in the 5-hole. Or was it in the 5? Yeah, it was. We've called, with Tino, we've called it this arena Jižní 5-hole Město, and it's not gold. Jižní 5-hole Město for no reason. So Norway notches their 4th goal of the game.
And making a couple defenders miss. That was Kellner, excuse me. Now on the run. Ball out quickly to Blauid. Switches hands. He'll work his way, or try to work his way down near side, but he'll just get rid of it. Again, this is Mickelson. Looking for Halverson. Halverson diving! No, it's Vu! And Vu's got his second! How do you end Vu? How do you do? It's 5-8 Norway!
But now that is a goal that could have fired Norway into a little momentum. Get a little run here, and what a juice goal by Vu. Fighting through the pressure. That was Kyle McKenzie who got a stick on him, but just body in front of him and finishes on Alan McLucas. Now just a 3-goal differential between Norway and Scotland.
This Norway offense has continued to keep grinding and trying to create as many shot opportunities as they can and just stick around with a high-powered Scotland offense, and done a decent job of it so far. Moffitt back up top, trying to move around is Gilbrook, and shot on the run, nothing doing. And again on the fast break comes Norway. This is Mickelson. Mickelson fakes the pass. Now on the move is Halverson. Halverson, nice little move on top. It's in!
And a snail called command by Halverson.
Wow. Norway, what a rally to bring it back within 2. And Halverson thought about the pass, makes a heck of a move with the left arm, and wow. You can see Peter Shepard just on the check, unable to knock it out of Halverson. Then Halverson switches hands, goes over the top. And another one for Norway.
But
that's a hat trick for Halverson.
And as well, so we got Halverson with 3,
Vu with 2.
Vu with 2.
And Blauid also had it on the fast break as a diving shot by Zane Fletcher, who also already has a goal in this one.
But that is the kind of momentum that Norway was looking for.
No doubt about it, not getting too low on themselves early on, and what a hit! Still picked up by Scotland, and a second shot opportunity from Moffitt is no good. But picked up, nice move by Fletcher. And ricocheted, picked up by Norway as this is Ralston. Ralston going to switch hands and flip it off. This is Mickelson, near side again, looking to pass. It's to Otnes. Now far side to Vu. Otnes again surveying to Vu. He's going to try to wrap around, and tight pressure and coverage from Scotland. And is on the way the whole way there, step for step, was Trent Kellner. So Scotland, you can hear the Norwegian fans. Gilbrook near side. Gonna cut back inside after faking out. And ball again rejected. So with less than 2 minutes to go, the Norway offense has a huge opportunity. This was a game that was looking to get out of hand at one point, and since then, 3 unanswered for Norway. On the move, outside to Otnes, who couldn't quite handle it, and Milson will pick it up for Scotland. So here they come. This is Shepard near side, couldn't handle it initially, but will pick it up. Fakes the pass, now gives it to Fletcher. Fletcher trying to set up the one-on-one. Fletcher again outside as this is Bankier. Step down shot. Too far out. This is Moffitt. And again off the boards. And Scotland does kill about 30 seconds, but the shot clock violation is ultimately going to flip possession with about 1:12 to go.
I've now looked through the bracket for this tournament, and Norway have played their first game in the lower bracket.
Oh, step down!
Forget the bracket. Vu is on fire.
Helvien Vu! What a play! He's got a hat trick here in the first half as well.
And what a turn of events for Norway. Forget the bracket for now. Number 57. Take a bow. And then upper corner doesn't need a sweeper.
You know what? That'll play. As the kids might say today, that'll play. As face-off going to be won by Scotland. I'm just speechless after this Scotland answer. And you can feel the intensity as they were all over Shepard to the boards. And again, with about 45 seconds left, the Norway offense taking over. This is Blala near side. He'll flip it out to Otnes. Otnes, far side. Over to Hielmes. Hielmes lets it go and into the knee pads of Alan McLucas, and that's going to be a timeout for Scotland, it looks like.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad of a shot from Hielmes as he spun it off the ground. McLucas had a whole lot of jobs with it.
No doubt about it. So about 30 seconds, give or take, on the game clock and about 30 seconds on the shot clock. If you're Scotland, you can pretty much kill the rest of this first half. So what's your thought if you're Scotland offensively?
So I hope that Scotland won't pull their goalkeeper, because if Norway intercepts somehow, yeah, they are pulling the goalkeeper, surprisingly.
They pulled him.
Like, for me, if I was Scotland, I wouldn't risk it for now. I would keep McLucas in the cage in case Norway somehow intercepts the pass and sends it over the halfway line to equalize the score. So Scotland going with 6 men, 6 runners on the field, but they will hold it till the end.
Yeah, you wouldn't assume at this point, if you're pulling the goalie out of net, that you wouldn't try to get this ball away until the final 10 to 8 seconds, give or take. As this is Fletcher, they're just working around. Fletcher near side, he'll be the setup man. Fletcher working his way back around, step down, and it's denied. And what a way to end the first half for Norway. Down 3 to 8, have drawn all the way back to 1. And an absolutely massive second half coming up for both of these teams. Andra, any last second thoughts before we go to halftime?
Norway has the momentum. We can say it now. You can hear it from the crowd. The energy is now going throughout this arena. I'm so excited to watch the last 30 seconds, the 30 minutes of regulation.
Absolutely. So excited. We'll be back here for more second half action between Norway and Scotland in about 10 minutes. So stick around here on the YouTube channel. We'll be back in just a little bit.
We're back here in Prague for the second half of this game between Norway and Scotland. Scotland went for a first quarter thriller, but in the second quarter we could have seen a comeback by Norway. On the GSL now on the mic, Luke Lee, who is now climbing towards the commentary booth. As we're now heading into the third quarter between Norway and Scotland. Norway, as I said, rallied for a comeback and will be looking to equalize the score. And I'll leave it to Luke Lee from now on.
Yeah, I had to make a quick stop, but we're back to it here in the second half. And obviously a very exciting first half, back and forth. But I mean, Norway, they were down 3-8 on the move. Is Halvorsen, as he did step into the crease. But wow, I mean, you can feel the intensity from these fans and from this Norway team. And now if you're Scotland, you're on the ropes here. As Moffitt works his way back inside, sets up the opportunity for Benkier. And ultimately, nothing doing. Shot clock does reset for Scotland. And again, a lot of offense for them in the first half. Offense for both teams as Benkier almost had it, but taken away by Norway. As Sand loses it, Benkier's got it again. Moffitt, he works his way near side. Again, far side comes Scotland. They're going to move it around. This is Fletcher to Moffitt. Moffitt thought about shooting, decides to work his way down and sets up Benkier, and Fletcher, another shot for him, but nothing going. And here comes Anderson on the fast break. Just able to sub in time was Trent Kellner, who was all over it. Called his name a number of times. As Ballard does manage to get on top of it for Norway.
Yeah, but as we said, Trent Kellner, big transition guy for Scotland, got several goals from transition. But now Norway back in attack.
And Halvorsen.
Whoa. But we mentioned the Norwegian crowd several times in this game. It has been a big factor and it has boosted Norway in the offense. And maybe a big factor in the comeback rally from Norway.
Big factor indeed, as see if they can continue the offensive momentum in the second half. On the move, too far for Crawley. He had it for a second. Crawley again going to look around and again stepping down by Shaw. And again deflected by Michelson. Trail check attempted by Milne, but Dovslin able to hang on to it. Gonna go behind Michelson, who loses it, or almost had it, but not quite able to do it. Trying to dunk! Oh, wow! No way! Are you kidding me? Philip Michelson! Are you joking? We got ourselves a tie ball game!
But that's the kind of games we want to see. Philip Michelson going over crossbar and dunking on McLucas.
Wow. What are we playing, NBA 2K? Come on now. It's face-off, picked up and won by Scotland. But
and we are rolling for Norway in the crowd. Look at that.
Wow, they are getting it going. Doing the roll. Benkier on the move, feeding it outside of Fletcher, and Martinson just able to get on top of it for Norway.
But since the fourth goal conceded in the first quarter, he has been such a big factor in the comeback of Norway, keeping them in the game and keeping the scoreline now equal.
No doubt about it. Scotland's had shots, they had the opportunities, but he's been so solid in the net since giving up some early goals and really struggling to start this one out. But a second chance rebound for Norway, deflected away by McLucas, who also had a really strong start to this one and has fallen off a little bit since then. But it's been such an effort game from the entire Norway offense. So Moffitt thought about dunking it, rolls back far side, skip pass lost by Lewis. And again, those little mistakes by Scotland have given continuous life to Norway, but they will retain possession.
I don't like those cheap calls, like those shoulders on shoulders, just being illegal pushes, and I don't know, those calls just take away from the flow of the game.
No doubt about it. An impressive feed to Milne, but again, Martinson, he was on top of it. Nice shoulder deflection. And like you said, yeah, in this kind of game especially, you want to let the players play. You want to be able to have some contact out there because there's a lot of emotion. These guys are really feeling this as the game is going on. I mean, early on, if this is a blowout, okay, maybe call some of those, try to avoid some of these penalties or some of these injuries. But I mean, this is a full-on, like full flow game, and yet, like you said, you don't want to disrupt that. So Otnes, far side, scanning, makes a move, and again rejected by McLucas. So quickly, Scotland will look to transition. Ball goes way too low for Shepard and scooped up by Norway. This is Blaalid, or no, now Blaalid's got it from Glinsdale. Now back to Vu. Step down for him, and hat trick for Vu and Halverson. Speaking of Halverson going down, and the ball again rebounding, and Heelman's able to get on top of it. Back outside to Halverson on the step down, and a save for McLucas.
Halverson had the ball so many times in this game and shot pretty much from the same spot, and it either went into the chest pad or the leg pad.
Oh, Bankier makes a move, and didn't mean to cut you off there.
Nah, you good. It's your show.
As Moffitt gets the a little extra from Moffitt and Madsen. He's trying to make his way around. That's Dovslin. Now back up top. Otnes near side. He's been a little bit quiet here so far, but the offense for Norway has been firing. Now on the move, this is Michelson. Near side. Heelmas. Shot too far out. So Scotland again taking over. Flipping it out to Trent Kellner. And he gets it out quickly. Jonathan Shaw had a shot in front of the net. And the ball will go to Norway. So again, Vu, he's been so good, along with Halverson. As going back that way, Halverson again rejected a stonewall by McGowan to start out, or by McLucas, excuse me, to start out the second half. Far side to Fletcher, facing heavy contact. Fletcher fighting for the grounder and going into the walls. That was Christopher Olsen for Norway, but he gets up quickly and off the floor he goes.
Always a good sign that the players get on both of their legs afterwards, after those big hits.
For sure, it's always a tough thing when you see a player go down. So when they're able to get up quickly, it's always a good thing. As Varp trying to go low towards the 5-hole, but again, nothing doing. So Weir now quickly to Bankier. He's got space. I don't even know if Norway knows he has it. He tried to set up Crawley on the dump down, and again, here comes Norway trying to make a move, but what a check from Scotland as the shot was too far out. Jonathan Milne, great pursuit to force the shot, and then excellent stick skills to stay on the hands and knocking it out, taking away potentially a fast break goal for Norway. 10 minutes essentially into the third quarter, and we're still scoreless. Nice move. Now checking it to Moffitt, who can't believe he dropped it. So again, Norway on the fast break. This is Dovslin.
Dovslin has been so good in transition, and thanks to him, Norway can score those goals because of his fast legs and holding off defenders.
Thielmis trying to drop it off again in front of McLucas. Another fast break for Scotland. Now on the move, shot from counter and able to turn around Vu, but still rejected by Martinson. So Blauid works his way near side down. Now Cutter is too high for Michelson. He wasn't able to bring it in. Still moving on transition, making a nice spin move was Daniel Milson. Now to Robertson, back to Milson, or back to, Bankier. Bankier looking. Go far side out. A nice move by Gilbrook, back to Bankier. But pressure from Norway knocks the ball out. Bankier a little bit slow to get up, hobbling. And the shot clock violation, so we'll go back to Norway, and that'll do it. That'll take us to our immediate timeout here in the third quarter. We'll be back for more second half action.
To manufacture and produce lacrosse sticks locally here in the Czech Republic. Our mission is to make lacrosse more accessible so more kids can have access to affordable, high quality equipment so more people can play this game and we can share this sport around the world.
Pivo z rodinného pivovaru, kde řemeslo a tradice jdou ruku v ruce.
So just as promised, quickly back for more third quarter action. If you're just joining us here, Luke Lee here with Andra Gizal. And again, I might have messed your name up. I'm sorry, but I needed to say it.
It's hard for every English speaker or like everybody who doesn't speak Czech, so.
As Otnes out quickly to Vu. Skip past to Halverson, too far. So ricocheting and going back. Shot deflected. Martinson standing tall. And quickly again scooped up by Duvslin.
But again, Martinson is so important right now for Norway to keep his cool, to keep his patience, and most importantly, keep Norway in the game.
No doubt about it. Thielmis.
Oh, yeah.
Gonna get rid of it. So another fast break. Slowed down for Scotland. This is Milson. And Milson quickly out to Gilbrook, or Shepard, excuse me. This is Moffitt. Around. Trying to set up the pick is Mill now. Quickly to Gilbrook. Gilbrook. Again, out quickly. It's over to Shaw, back to Gilbrook. And Moffitt, Wallet able to get a piece of it. And Madsen scooping it up for Norway. Getting Madsen to the board. This is Blauid. Blauid will flip it out to Glimsdale, excuse me. Back to Vu. Vu on the move. Going to try to rebound. Misses a clear check. And again, another fight for the ground ball. All sorts of chaos. Picked up, though, by Norway. This is Glimsdale. Trying to set up the cutter in front of the net, but stepping into the crease pretty clearly for Norway. So this is Gilbrook. Gilbrook, this to Lewis. Lewis outside of Gilbrook, now back down low. This is Fletcher. Fletcher moving. Now to Gilbrook, who had it for a second to Martinson.
And Gilbert was confused because he thought that the shot went on goal, but it was just the part of the goal that was on the ground. So again, Norway and their rally, their path to possibly the lead.
Huge opportunity. Both sides have just been, it's been all offense in the first half. Second half, it's been all defense so far. Otnes to Helmus, working his way back, looking for Halverson. Now taken away by Colin Weir. And Weir nearly had it. Would have been the first goal of the second half. But Martinson, again, turning him away. Ball got stuck in his knee pad, but a stop's a stop. This is Vu. Vu halfway through the shot clock, gonna work his way down near side, and Vu rolling back to Otnes down low. Again, scooped up by Scotland. This is Shepard.
But for Norway now, if they want to have themselves a better look, they have to get more shots from top of the key, because they're now getting so many shots, but from narrow angles that they cannot score from.
And that was almost a goal robbed by Zane. Zane Fletcher was essentially robbed, it looked like, of that goal, as it looked like it was going in, ultimately not. As Blauid near side, back to Vu. It's been Vu and Halverson for Norway in half number 2. Or the first half, Otnes back to Halverson. Halverson tries to make a couple moves. Halverson facing heavy pressure. Blauid had it. Got it to Halverson, but shot clock winds down, and that'll do it for the third quarter. An exciting first half, a whole ton of offense, and then the third quarter all defense. What do you know? Back for fourth quarter action in just a moment here in Prague. taking a look at the man in net for both sides, is starting with Alan McLucas and then Jorge Martinson, who's had a heck of a game since giving up the 8 to start out. And then for McLucas, obviously had a great start, then had a long stretch of giving up goals, and then was really solid in the third quarter. Face-off won by Scotland. Kellner got it off the flip. So near side to Fletcher. And you can hear the excitement from these fans. Back inside to Moffitt on the cut. Still looking for our first points of the second half. If you've just joined us, it was an 8-3 lead for Scotland. On the move again. That was Milne, and ball going to go back to Norway. But if you're just joining us, it was 8-3 Scotland in the second quarter before Norway brought it all the way back to tie it up at 8 going into halftime, and then all defense in the third quarter. I'm Luke Lee here with Andra Gieshal, and again, I might be 0 for 3 on his name today, but I apologize. As Otnes gets the pick from Glimsdale, they're going to call that one a moving. And Andra, I can tell by your reaction, you don't like that call, do you?
As we said several times throughout this game, let them play.
I agree.
Just let them play. This pick especially, it was shoulder to shoulder. Again, bit of an overreaction by the Scottish.
Oh! Second chance! Seamus back here! He's got another! Are you kidding me?
And Scotland finally answers. Seamus Bank here. Picks it from the rebound. Martinson got, I think, the stick to it. Got it right from the sky, and Seamus Bank here banks the 9th one for Norway. For Scotland, sorry. So Scotland back in the lead.
I mean, that is insane.
Let's look at the replay.
And that was off the second chance as well. You can see it.
Moffat. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, wait. So Bank here initially dropped his pass.
He did, and Halverson tried to do it all himself as well. Splolid fighting forward into the boards. Yeah, he initially dropped the pass, it was a second chance rebound. He dropped it, then picked it up last second, and making a heck of a play. Vu to McLucas, and again, standing tall. It's 13 minutes to go. As, again, Scotland will attempt to grow their lead and try to knock the sails into this Norway team in the second half. Again, too far for Crawley, was not able to hang on to it. Loose ball picked up by Norway. This is Halverson, and way too far for Anderson. Going to go out of the field of play, and that is something you don't want to have to happen on a clear. Basically a waste of possession.
Yeah, but that was Halvorsen back all the way behind Martinson. Pretty surprising to me that they're letting him play defense.
And again, it's in! Thomas Moffitt. And what a start for Scotland in the fourth quarter. Back-to-back goals after not scoring at all, after essentially midway of the second quarter point all the way through the third quarter. And finally, the Scotland offense starting to wake up.
And Thomas Moffat got a little bit of flex, showing off to the crowd. Muscle than just a classic goal by Thomas Moffat.
Tough one to swallow if you're Norway. Now desperately needing a stop to get off the floor and get your offense going again. See if Vu or Halverson can make some magic. As that was Fletcher who set the pick, then went for the pass and the pick and roll. Blowlid brought in the clear, and now if you're Norway, got to calm things down and try to continue to play your offensive game, which for Scotland, it was very quick. For Norway, it's more so methodical, getting the ball around and really utilizing ball movements. as Michelson going to try to do it all himself. Just a little bit out wide. It looked like it hit the pipe. But ricocheted and rebounded by Blalid. Going to roll back. Shot clock does reset for Norway. Absolutely massive for them. So Halverson now on the field. Vu with the ball. Rolls back. Again, took the shot, and again, nothing going. McLucas standing tall. This is Milson trying to get behind the defense. Milson to Crawley. Crawley again. Quickly to Gilbrook. Now again, another shot from Moffitt. A second chance rebound off the ricochet for Gilbrook as pass goes too high for the cutter. Looking for Shaw. Now trying to make a move and make a couple defenders miss was Rawlstad, who loses it, but still picked up by Norway. Glimsdale just staying beyond the yellow line, and Glimsdale flipping it to Halverson, who got popped by Matthew Hill, and Halverson down low, holding his head, no call. Norway looking for one, not gonna get it. And on the move is Fletcher.
The Norwegian fans were calling for the foul as Halvorsen has been absolutely stumped by one of the Scotland defenders. It was a little high, but through the stake, but now
Sand! He's got it! Whoa! Velte Andreas Sand! And don't count them out yet! Norway brought it back within one. And it feels like every chance you want to write them off, you want to say, hey, it's over. They come storming back.
And again, something from nothing, absolutely for Norway. As Sand now sends them into one-goal thriller with less than 10 minutes remaining, go to regulation.
And this game has been, I would have to say, one of the better games of the tournament, as a big spot and a half, concurring penalties, and some words on both ends of the spectrum. Going to be Seamus Bankier going in there for Scotland, and then going to be Vegard Jinsu Holsbo for Norway. Be 2 minutes for both sides, so 2 minutes of 4-on-4, so essentially just even play, and then we'll go back to 5-on-5.
Yeah, there were just some words exchanged between Hosba and Bankier.
Might say that maybe it's unsportsmanlike conduct. Regardless of what it is, our interns are having a good time of communicating with both players. It's a great thing about being an intern. You can just be cool with both teams. This ball out quickly on the face-off, picked up by Milne. Again, Scotland just looking to try to put this game away. Actually, concurring penalties, for Norway. So it's going to be 2 minutes of 4-on-4. The cutter to Milne, and then it'll be an additional. Or no, it won't. It looked like it was concurring penalty. No, it won't. So forget what I just said. 1 minute and 40 of 4-on-4 play. So this is Blalid looking behind for Vu to wrap around, and Vu too far. Michelson going to try to pick it up. He does. Oh, no way! You're kidding me!
No way that you just done that!
Philip Michelson, you are joking!
And again playing NBA 2K. And Philip Michelson.
NBA Jam turns into NBA Slam, turn it into lacrosse. Let's go, baby. We got a tie ball game.
And Norway so far not backing down at all.
And no matter who comes out on top of this one, we have been blessed to an absolutely amazing game between two teams that clearly have got a lot to play for. As picked up by Moffitt. Moffitt gonna try to take it himself. Not able to do so. And again on the move. This is Henrik Ormseth. Ormseth flipping it out. Seen again. McLucas able to step up, make the play,
and we've got a cross-check call against Scotland.
Already 4-on-4. It's going to be 4-on-3 for about 38 seconds. As heading to the box is Thomas Gilbrook. And you can see inside of the box, Seamus Bankier shaking his head in disagreement. And absolutely massive now for Norway. About 35 seconds of 4-on-3 and then about a minute and 20 of 5-on-4s. Halverson and Ormseth just playing, or Otnes, excuse me, just playing cat back and forth. Back to Otnes, took the shot. Ball too high, gonna cross the yellow line and it'll go Scotland ball. You can hear the fans.
That's an atmosphere that you're looking for, no?
No doubt about it. Now working his way far side, this is Moffitt.
And he's just going to wait for Bank here.
They will.
Running away on the other side.
Shot was just outside for Bankier. He got excited. Had the step on Holsbo. And this is Tavares. Flipping it quickly to Otnes. Otnes back to Vu. And Halverson quickly onto the floor.
Something under
for Norway
remaining from the penalty.
And Vu on the cut, step down. Fighting for the ball on the rebound, not going to get it. This counter breaks off the initial contact. Counter going to work his way down. So with less than 7 to go, counter. Quickly flipping it out to Fletcher. Fletcher. Again, Blauer on the coverage. Play clock winding down. 4 seconds to go on the shot clock. Whoa! And going down. Some tough defense.
Big body on Moffat by number 7.
And that'll take us to the water immediate timeout with 40 seconds, or about 5 or 6 minutes to go here in regulation. We'll be back for more fourth quarter action. So Bath fourth quarter action. It's a close game, 10-all. And
Norway again in the attack mode. Scotland with full numbers now. Otnes down to Halverson.
Halverson outside to Otnes. Shot too far. Michelson gonna try to dunk it again! And he can't. Oh my goodness. Looked like he had another one.
But I don't know if we're watching a lacrosse game or a slam dunk contest.
Wow. NBA might have to look for some some shooters here. Is shot way too high.
And speaking about the NBA, NLL has to come here.
Yeah,
If you have those kind of fans here.
no doubt about it.
Oh,
Oh, it's in! Thomas Moffat, just as quickly as Norway ties it up, Scotland's back on top.
And Thomas Moffat, casual as he is throughout the tournament, scores a goal and heads straight to the bench. Wow! A near post sniper by Thomas Moffat.
It has just been back and forth, and back and forth some more. Heck of a game so far. I'm losing my breath up here in the broadcast booth. So face-off won by Norway. They have not led in this game. They've tied it multiple times. As Vu stepped down, he dives, and Vu can't quite bring it in. So fighting again is Sand. The Weir picks it up by Galbraith for Scotland. This is Weir. Weir down low, near side. This is McKenzie. And again, Thomas Moffat. As you said, so nonchalantly moving the ball. Now far side off the skip back, Crowley to Moffat. And Martinson. Oh no. Oh no. Looks like he's okay. But it might have just gotten
Yeah, that's something with his helmet.
I look for a second, that was an injury. And he's just played such a massive role for this Norway comeback so far. Be ashamed to lose him.
I will get you the news about the bracket that we left out in the third quarter after the second quarter. Sorry, after the big comeback by Norway. So the winner of this game will play against Netherlands in the 9th place bracket semi-final, and the loser will go to the 13th place game and will play against the loser of game between Austria and Belgium, which will be happening afterwards here in the Jižní Město.
Halverson thought about passing it. Covered tightly by Robertson. Halverson still looking. Back up top to Vu. Shot clock winding down. Vu on the move. Talk about Vu magic, baby! Someone grab the voodoo doll, because he's got another one.
Spins out Coratellis McGuire, and Vu is juiced up.
Oh my goodness. That is disgusting.
McLucas's downright corner can say bye-bye.
This game has just been so back and forth all day. It looks like for a second, I mean, we keep saying it. It looks like for a second it's over, and then it's not. As counter sets up Fletcher. Fletcher slows it down. Tries to feed inside. Is again Bekier diving to Gilbrook. Back up top to Fletcher. To Gilbrook near side again. Up top to Lewis. Had the cutter. And Holsbo looking for a hole. Not going to get it.
And now a double team on Blalid, who picked up the loose ball.
Ilmas.
But in the intermission, I was speaking with Luke, like what the most exciting game has been so far in the tournament. This has been wow!
Quincy on it! And Norway have got their first lead of the game! Who would have thought? Down 8-3 in the second quarter midway. This game not only would be tied, but now Norway, they have the lead.
Grunde Oddnes! And Norway Norwegian crowd comes alive.
And the Norwegian faithful, they've been here the whole ride. And talk about a game. And for the first time, Scotland trails. And now, for Norway.
And I'd just like to say that if we had a camera in our commentary booth, boom, goes into the
Oh! He's got it! How do you do? 5 goals! That's his 5th! The 5th goal going to the 5-hole! And Norway has got a 2-goal lead! They are rowing the boats here in Prague, baby! And if you're Scotland, what has happened?
I now cannot stand on my both legs. I'm just shaking from the pure excitement.
Now, if you're Scotland, 2:53 to make something happen. As back inside. Oh!
Back here! Davis back here!
His 5th goal of the game! Again! What a play!
And now giving Scotland, on the other side, now giving them a little bit of hope for equalizing the score. What a deep and dunk by Seamus Bank here.
And they say big-time players make big-time plays and big-time moments. And Seamus Bankier does there.
Those big-time players will step up whenever you need them. And Seamus Bank here is definitely one of them, and he showed it throughout the tournament. In the close moments, in the closing minutes and closing seconds in the games, he always stepped up for the Navy Blue.
And this game has just been so back and forth. It's face-off one initially. Now ball going to go to Scotland. Now working it around. That's Fletcher initially over to Bankier. Now back up top to Crowley.
But Norway now has to be beware of Scotland because they're so dangerous if you don't have any players on their hands. And a big goal by Holsbeck going the other way.
And here he comes. Holsbo through the contact. Tavares and Moffitt fighting for it. Just managing to hold on. The ball is blown. 2-on-1 opportunity for Norway. Too far behind for Varpe. Still picked up. Michelson makes a move. And McLucas does deny it.
Oh, big hit by Hill. You saw it coming.
And here he comes.
The captain with the big shoulder against Michelson.
This is Gilbrook, far side. It's the pick. Gilbrook moving back, too far high. But ricocheting back to Moffitt. Down low! It looked like it was in for a second. And coming out of the net was Martinson.
And Norway now has a minute and a half to go to protect their 1-goal lead. As Otnes handling the ball.
To Halverson. Halverson back to Michelson, trying to put it away and unable to do so. McLucas with the biggest save of the day for Scotland. This is Milson, near side. Gonna work it around. This is Gilbrook. Back over to Fletcher. Fletcher surveying. And fighting through the contact was Bankier, who lost it. And again, fast break for Zan. And he almost hit it. He's got it! He's got it!
He's the savior for Norway!
Vettel, Andreas Zan! He's got a hat trick!
And Vettel.
And I hate to be premature, but with 36 seconds left, Norway's going to steal this one for Scotland.
If you're Scotland, you have to do it now. You have to do one of the fast rally face-off goals, because 30 seconds is not enough, but also you can score 3 goals. You can definitely turn the game on its head.
They have to get it out quickly, though. And they do win a timeout from Scotland. They want to get something set up. Wow. I mean, I can't say anything more, but wow, we have just been treated here to a masterclass.
But Scotland now has to go full out with their attack if they want to do something with the game.
So we're going to wipe down of the floor, as well as about 20 seconds of a timeout remaining for Scotland to try to set something up. But
so it looks like Shaw, Milne, Moffat, Bankier, I see Crawley and Fletcher going to the floor for Scotland.
And again, I mean, just wow. This has just been what a game. With that, Anders Grunde leads the tournament in assists. Halverson is 5th.
Scotland has to do it now.
Shot clock almost the same as game shot. As game clock is second chance rebound for Fletcher. Saved by Martinsen.
And now a timeout for Norway.
So, wow, just what a game. Mind is absolutely blown, and that would be an understatement. It has just been a different breed of lacrosse in this first game that we're going to have today at Jižní Město. Is about 15 seconds to go on the timeout.
As you could see recently, as the camera panned down to the left-hand side of your screens, you could see Belgian and Austrian players who will be preparing afterwards, after this thrilling game between Norway and Scotland. As you can see now, the graphic of score difference, Norway has led only in the late minutes of the 4th quarter.
I mean, yeah. Not much more to say besides that.
And now a full field press without McLucas in the cage. And Martinsen is now rallying with the Norwegian defense, passing it out to Wu. Oh wow! It almost bounced off into the goal. Upness
in front of the net. He's gonna just let it go.
Yeah, he's just going to
roll the clock.
Pass it off to Blalin.
And that'll do it. Norway gonna rush the floor. What a comeback here in Prague. 14-12 Norway. And what might have been one of the best games of the tournament. Wow.
Both of those teams definitely showed passion. They definitely showed that they want to win the game. But Norway just got the edge, just got the 2-goal difference, and just got the will to come back and turn the score on its head in the late 4th quarter. But Scotland, don't hang your heads. You played a wonderful tournament, and still there are some games to play for you.
And the Norwegian faithful, you can hear them. And any final thoughts, Andra?
I think I've said it all already. Me and I would assume Luke as well, we are speechless right now.
Absolutely speechless. Voiceless too.
As you can see on the graphic of the goals scored, 4 goals in the first 2 minutes for Scotland. As now you can hear
the Wu chants
roar from the stands.
What a wow.
Just what a comeback.
So don't leave too quickly, because it will be Austria, Belgium in about an hour. And then before that, real quickly, we're going to have the post-game interviews. And we'll have that for you in just a second. Until then, I'm Luke Lee here with Andra Gieslaw, and we'll see you in just a little bit. He's going to do the interview. I don't need it. He's got it. He's doing the interview. Are you good?
No.
Vetle, can I get you afterwards for a quick interview? Thank you guys. Thank you. Number 11, please.
11?
Yeah. Come here, buddy. Yeah, what a game it was.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah. Wait, so I think I need you to stand right here. Here we are after the dramatic game between Norway and Scotland. Vetle Andreas Sand. Vetle Andreas Sand from the winning team of Norway. Congratulations on the win. Basically, for me, one of the most exciting games of the tournament.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Big rally throughout the game and captured lead in the fourth quarter by you. How would you summarize it? What are your feelings right now?
It was a huge battle. Great game by Scotland as well. It was a team effort. Very proud of my team. Sorry for the language. I still haven't landed, so I'm so hyped.
But for you as well, a big solid performance. A big solid performance, scoring a couple goals, big jumpers. What will you take towards the game against Netherlands that will be awaiting you for you guys in the semi-final of the 9th place bracket?
Yeah, we just have to bring the same momentum we came in with this game. Hard-fought game the first couple minutes, but we came back, and I hope we bring the same momentum into Netherlands.
And the biggest factor for you guys were obviously the fans. They were loud throughout the game. I know that you appreciate it. How would you thank for everybody that has come to support you?
Yeah, I would like to thank them so much. It was you could feel the adrenaline. It was so much fun, so much fun. Definitely a second win for from behind. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you and congratulations on the win. Oh my God.
There's so many guys. I mean, Martinson, Blue, Halverson. Wallace was good. Sand obviously was great. He had a hat trick. I mean, so that was a team effort. That was a team effort. No doubt about it. Holy shit, dude.